Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Going to be showing you how to edit with an LPL made in Japan editor. It's a three-way editor. I really like it. It has Super 8, Standard 8, and 16mm. And I'll be viewing some found footage from my experimental horror film using the Toshiba Editor Viewer High-Look Almighty 2. However, in this video, I will not be using the viewer. Alright, I'll also be introducing a cement glue. For those of us who live in third world countries, as we know how difficult it is to order liquids from the US and other first world countries, as we may be able to order them, but the minute that customs receives them, unless we pay them some type of a fee, they're going to take the glue, take the liquid, pour it into the trash in the bottle, and just throw it away. This could cost us in the excess of $100. Alright? So, we're going to introduce that, look through that found footage from my experimental horror film, and go through a bit of editing. The next thing is to load this spool of film right here. It's on a Super 8 spool. Okay? And you'll notice the hole is larger. Alright, right there. That's how you tell. The standard 8mm has a smaller hole. That's how you can tell standard 8mm from Super 8. Alright, on the spools. So we got to load this. And in order to do so, I'm just going to put it right up on here. To those of you who don't know, and we're going to lock it up in the back. This lever head right here has to be locked into the spool into a notch here, and I'm going to show you again as I take it off, just so we'll know for sure. See that notch right there by my finger? Right inside of there. Okay, so again we'll slide that on. I'm going to rotate this wheel just a bit, holding the spool, until I get it lined up. And it's just going to snap right in there and lock. So the spool is locked with the pinwheel. So I don't have an extra Super 8 reel. So this 200 Super 8 reel right here with a film on it, I'm going to have to transfer it to this standard 8 reel. So this will work if you're ever in this situation. And only for this type of situation will I do this after I've transferred the film, the Super 8 film, to the standard 8 reel. I'll wash this reel with soap and water and dry it. Okay, but I'll only do this for this situation. But it will work if you're ever in this situation yourself. So how do I get that standard 8mm reel on this Super 8 pinwheel system right here? Well, this adapter. This is actually an adapter right here. This is a editor viewer I'm using, and I just simply pull straight off this Super 8 adapter, just like that, and I'll place that away. So now I can get my standard 8mm reel, just put right on there just like that, just slip it straight on. And there we go. Then I just got to lock it on back. Okay. As you can see, this film has a lot of fungus on it, mildew, that type of a thing. So before I want to use it, or anyone who wants to use any type of vintage film, you first want to clean it to get a better viewing image. It's going to be a must, otherwise it's going to be really, really dirty. Not only is it going to be a poor image, it's going to dirty all the equipment that you run it through, and you had to go through and your projector, your editor, viewer, all that type of thing. You're going to have to clean it, okay? Because it's going to make that dirty as well. To clean this film, I'll be using isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%. You don't want to use anything lower than 91%, as it contains too much water and that will leave streaks on your film. This is always a tug of war between filmmakers. The professionals will use an ultrasonic method, but the method I'll be using here is this, to clean all that mildew and the fungus and the dust and the dirt that's been on that film for decades, to create a better viewable image and not get all my equipment dirty. Alright, so let's get going. So before I get everything started here, you need a lint-free cloth like I've got here. And there's no leader on this movie. So I'm going to have to clean the end of it before I put it through the reel on the other end. So let's give it about this long. And go through it like so. And we'll also check for any broken holes, anything like that. It's a little bit of dirt right there, as you can see. All right. And we'll let this dry. All right, so next we're going to thread it. Find that hole in there and thread it down inside. Down into the threading hole right there. Got it. Start spinning it around. Okay, what I'm checking for here is film deterioration, dust, dirt, holes, like I've got caught right here. I can't move anymore. So there's a hole in one of these where the sprocket would go. Okay, right inside of there by the end of my pencil eraser. All right. So in scanning, that's going to be an issue if I'm going to use that piece. All right. So I keep going through here. And I'm also checking for broken splices. There's another piece right there. I had to go through, and here's some film deterioration. For most people, that would be a no-no. But if you're making experimental horror films, experimental films, this is what you want. This is the type of stuff you're looking for. So I'm going through this. I'm going to clean this off, and I'll take a good look at it, and we'll show you a closer look at this. Okay, so here's the film. See there? There's a deterioration right at the end of my pencil eraser. Now, flip it over and check the back. Oh, look at there. That's about as bad as you can get. And I'm sure there's some fungus and mildew in there as well. Later on, I'm going to project this and see how good it looks as far as experimental goes. And it very well may serve me well. But to the typical filmmaker, all that's a no-no. Okay guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going through this slowly because it's got to dry as well. I don't want to build it all up on the reel. And it's going to take a while to go through this whole reel of film. And I'll get back to you later. I got another snag here. This is going to take some while. We'll see what the results are. Okay, so I've come across a splice. As you can see, it looks quite good, ironically, with the exception of the discolorization of the film underneath. But I can use that to my advantage. Let's take a look at the bottom. And the bottom looks good as well. So that I can definitely use. But actually doesn't look too bad overall. Alright, I'll keep going. Okay, so we're about to get to the end of the reel here of cleaning. There we go. Okay, so after cleaning that reel of Super 8 film, this is just one side of the microfiber cloth of cleaning it. And the other side is just as dirty as well. So I wanted to show you this. This is the end of the reel, and it is absolute film deterioration. Nothing will save this. It's all gone. The entire reel actually is only good for experimental. And there you have it right there. That's the whole end of that. All that's lost. It'll look good for experimental, but all that's just going to rub off. All you can do is scan it, save it, and go on. Okay, so next we're going to splice some film. These pins here are adjustable and they move around for film that is warped, such as very warped and very worn out Super 8 film. So we're going to put this right on here on the pins. That should be a good enough spot for what I was looking at earlier. Okay, hold it right there, bring this one down, and that will hold it. Next, I'm going to make my splice right here. Just like that. Okay. Our focus is here at the film. Cement glue will not stick to the emulsion, so we use this file. And we start filing that away. Don't file away too much, otherwise you'll reach all the way down to the metal of the splicer. I'm going to rub off the emulsion. Alright? I'll get this done and get back to you. Now here at the end of my pencil eraser, you can see where I've removed the emulsion. And before adding the cement, take your brush on the end of your file and wipe any debris away. If by chance you don't have a file, a separate file, there's an extra one underneath to help you do the job. Alright? Okay, here's my cement glue I was telling you about. And I'll explain a little bit more later. I'm going to open this up. Some of it off and spread just a bit on here onto the film. Alright, should be enough. Just like that. Take the other part of the splice, put it on top of there. Get it locked on. Put it down. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000, 9 1000, 10 1000, 11 1000, 13 1000, 14 1000, 15 1000. Should be good. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. Take the brush. Secure it a bit. Wipe off any debris. Lift up the other side. Slowly lift up the ends. And there you go. Flexible and secure. Alright? So definitely I would check that out. The glue is this. I researched a long time and got it from China. It read that it glues flexible plastic and film, so I was making sure to pick that up. Film in particular. Alright? Do contact me at the social media outlets provided on the screen, and remember, do subscribe. Until next time, see ya!